What up, what up, what up? Assassin's Creed Unity Dead Kings. I know, I didn't actually do, well, I did do live playthrough, but then that whole issue cropped up, so, you know, it didn't record my voice, which left me frustrated after playing the campaign, which I've actually, if we're going to talk about this, let's first talk about the campaign. The campaign was actually good, alright? Yeah, it did have some points where I was just like, why was that even added? But it did have some good characters. Like, well, obviously, mainly Arno. He's still the same Arno, but in a sense, he's more darker this time. He's more. I don't know how to properly describe his personality here. I guess you could say he's a bit more narcissistic, although I could be entirely wrong. I don't know, I'm not a psychology expert. But he's much more self-driven in this, but not for not for glory or for, pleasure, but rather he's lost a vital part of his life, and he's really only driven about the goal that he sets, which I'm not going to tell you if you haven't played. Go play the game. Seriously, it's actually free. I actually say, if you've got Assassin's Creed Unity, just go out and get the DLC. It's a free DLC, for goodness sakes. What more could you want? Like, yes, the game released at a poor state, but they've actually given you a free DLC, a free few extra hours. New map, new story, new missions, new assassin contracts to do, a new heist mission, a new cult mission, although I do think they should be more heist to cult missions. But still, it's free, so, like, I wouldn't usually say this, although I am a huge AC fan at heart. It's like, just this one time, go out and support it, but if they release the next AC like this, then no, record yourself snapping the disc, upload to YouTube, like, send it to every single Ubisoft developer, telling them you want your money back for a broken game. Anyway, now that's out the way. So yes, Arnold, in this game, he's good, like, although, if you observed Arnold's character in the main game and in this, he's certainly a changed Arno. He's, in a sense, more mature in the fact that he's an assassin, but in other ways, there's still a selfish desire burning inside of him, although it's not like a pure selfish desire because I only want this, but rather, or it's not like he's trying to avenge someone else's death. He's actually, if you obviously played the main campaign, he obviously lost the lead at the end, so he's trying to cope with that, all while trying to complete other objectives in this rather upside down kind of place, to be honest. That's the way I would describe it. It's a very upside down town. Now, the main villain, not going to spoil, but it may come a bit of a surprise, although if you do actually know the French history, if you do actually know French history around this time period, I don't know why I said periods weirdly. Bugger it, we're continuing on. Anyway, if you know French history around this period, you'll have a good idea of who the villain is. If you don't know, you may be in for a bit of a shock. Although it doesn't, I don't really see how they've tried to tie it in with previous Assassin's Creed lore or narrative. But anyway, now in terms of actual gameplay, they've upgraded the stealth. They actually made the stealth harder. Now, what I mean by that is, it's harder in a lot of ways, but it's more easier to beat if you know how to beat it. Basically, obviously, like, like the trailer's advertised, you'll be going into the catacombs of the city to obviously search for this treasure, or I'm not even going to tell you what it is. It's just a treasure, quote fingers, that you're going to have to search for. Now, there's a new enemy type faction. They're called the Raiders. They dress and look the same as the Templars. Most of them act the same as usual Templars, but in a lot of ways they actually don't. Now, here's why. You get a group of them in a room, they will actually have a captain or a leader with them. If you get detected, if there's no leader there, if you're fairly competent at the game, you'll be able to take most of them out. If there isn't a captain, if there is a captain in the room, you're buggered. Because that would just bring every single guard down upon you, and in large groups you will not survive. However, if you manage to kill the leader of the group or whatever, all the guards will scatter, they'll run away, they'll run like rats. It's quite a funny sight to watch as they're all just like running away. You could just march to them, stab in the neck, ooh, stab in the face, ooh, shoot in the face, ooh, phantom blade in the throat. Oh well. So yes, they improved the stealth mechanics, which I do like. And obviously, if they're going to make it, well, they're obviously going to make another Assassin's Creed. I would like to see something like this return, but more refined. Anyway, end of the video, end our heist. Leap of faith off, true Assassin's Creed style. And this is where we part ways, my friends. And I'm off into the shadows of history.